Yes!
DIY culture? Designs?
Yeah, like the whole room culture. Like this is something we...
Making things for yourself.
We spoke about
in your room.
Introduction to Feminism. The class that we took last year. And what the idea behind it. Ooh, sliding in the DMs, sliding in the DMs, sliding in the DMs. Sorry. True. But like, yeah, it was just talking about encouraging this whole... I think it just came back to like making sure that all women have access to their creativity.
Of course.
Meaning that like you don't need to have fancy material, you don't need to break a leg to buy sell a leg to buy professional equipment for things that you want to do, and just encouraging girls that's actually encouraging girls to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
For example, like the whole...
She was making like music, poetry. She was making videos for herself. She's making clothes, like little podcasty things. It was cute. I like it. And I know growing up I did that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I did that too. Like I was very into like the Cheer Girls and stuff. Yeah. And I was like we had like a dance. Of course, I was Raven Simone. And
were you actually?
I was. I swear.
Do you have pictures?
No, I don't. But like that's why my Hotmail is like Raven Princess. That like the fake Hotmail that everyone has. It's Raven Princess. Like I don't love her now, anyways, because Africa is a country.
Wait, what happened with the whole Raven Simone thing?
That's
why
something
have the black people disowned
That's something we can get back.
And why people disown Stacey? Nancy, what's her name?
Stacey.
Is Stacey Dash black or white?
I think she's mixed.
Okay, because when she was in the movie Clueless, she looked like black.
Yeah,
but
she's mixed.
White.
She's mixed.
She's mixed.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she's mixed.
Okay.
But yeah, like with Raven Simone, she was just saying like a lot of...
I know that
stuff
Oprah
about,
asked
like,
her a question, and then she was like...
Oh, I'm from every country?
Yeah, or she was like, I don't like labels. No, she was like, so what do I identify with? And she was like, I identify as an American citizen. And then she was like, okay, but like you know, yeah. And she was like, I don't identify with being black. I don't identify with being white. I'm a person. I'm a human being. First and foremost,
and I feel like that, yeah, because it's like you're unvalidating experiences of people. You're saying that,
but it's her experience.
But like by saying the way she said it was very like, I think we need to stop seeing like that whole I don't see color. There's no black, there's no white. That's what upset a lot of black people, I think, because they were like, okay, but at the end of the day,
yeah.
There is a black and there is a white, and by her saying I don't see color, she was coming from a tone of very like like making it seem like black people want to be treated with the whole treated as per like the whole stereotypes that comes with being black, making it seem like we're okay with the way that we're being treated. I don't know, like maybe that's just me reading too much into it, but I just felt like she was just trying to be very neutral in this dance and just pick a side of not wanting to...
But is it wrong to be neutral?
But what does it mean to be neutral? Isn't it like saying, like, isn't it exactly... Then why do we get mad at white people when they're like, oh, I don't think we should see color. I don't see color. I only see... black and white doesn't exist to me. Why do we get mad at white people for saying that then?
Okay, but those people don't want to... I feel like it's different.
Is it? How?
Because when, like, those who say, I don't see color, I only see love, or, like, we're not different, we're all the same.
That's exactly what she was saying.
Is that what she was saying?
Yeah.
But didn't she show an understanding of what was going on with Black people?
I think a little bit after, when people were started bashing her, because she was just saying, like, I think what the problem was is she was treating issues, a lot of racially tied issues, very nonchalantly. Like, she was saying, Michelle, like, if someone called me a monkey, I'll be fine with it. And she was naming this cute monkey or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she was naming, when she was on that show, and she's like, I don't mind if someone calls me a monkey. When I think someone called Michelle Obama monkey.
Yeah,
do you remember? I think I showed you that. And then she was she was just like, I think the problem with her, she's very nonchalant and very like, okay. And
I think she's been raised very like in a like very privileged, and she doesn't see that side,
and that's okay, because like a lot of us, like, of course there's going to be Black people that don't have those experiences or don't have those lived experiences, but the problem arises when you make it seem like the people that are going through these issues don't, like, their experiences are not valid or don't matter. And I think that was the problem with her, because she was making it seem like, this would be easily solved if we were all just thinking, if we were all thinking about color, and everyone was just colorless and just navigated through the world without addressing
race. But how are you supposed to do that? Because
I don't know. Like, I just feel like with her, and then, well, she did bring up this point about Black buying power and how we should all put our money where
towards Black companies.
Yeah. So basically, I agree with that 100%. I think she's trying to redeem herself. She did well, but she's still got a lot coming. But she was just like, like, you need to put your money where your mouth is, and I agree with her 100%. Because even in like in terms of like black hair and like beauty salons,
and you go to like Asian. And then I ask them, like, they don't know nothing. I go, you know, what's the best like deep conditioner?
Exactly.
It's all here for you. You choose what you want. You're supposed to know what you want.
Like I remember, like there's beauty. You know, Keel and Shepherd, that beauty.
No, I just go to Clore.
Okay, well, there's this beauty store, and I remember going there when I was younger and stuff, and I would only see Asians, and I think they're trying to, like, develop this whole diversity concept, because now they hire Black women.
The thing is, they hire all Black women to be the floor people,
but they're the
they
cashiers.
still own most of these businesses.
Yeah, and it's like, why can't Black women open
they're capitalizing
off
like
salons
our
or supplies by themselves? Yeah. Exactly, because we buy all these products, and, like, Asians are just, I mean, like, no shade to Asians, y'all do what you got to do, but it just comes back to, like, Black people and how we can actually mobilize with our money. We can mobilize in terms of our spending power.
Do you think that Black, like, if we look at Shea Moisture as something that's a Black owned company, a lot of the brands that they sell are Black owned. So do you think these major corporations that are now starting to make products for Black hair and all of that, they should have the responsibility of only selling to Black-owned businesses?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think there is accountability on all ends, in terms of, like, consumers, suppliers, people that distribute all of that. Yeah, I think it's just, like, I think everyone needs to take a step back and really reestablish where their accountability comes from, like, in terms of what am I doing more than just putting up hashtag Black Lives Matter.
The whole hashtag what am I doing?
Yeah, what am I doing beyond that? And I even tell myself that all the time, because that's why sometimes I don't really want to, like, comment or, like, post things about, like, Black lives. Like, I'm starting to stop, because it's just like, bruh, like,
it's
just
you keep posting, post, but you're not. But
what are you doing about it? You're not doing anything. So you might as well, like, of course, like, I'm still recognizing. And then again, it comes, like, I'm tired of seeing all these posts, because for me mentally, it doesn't do me well. Like, I hate reading things like that.
Another for my mental health. Died.
It just isn't going
another
for me.
Police officer goes free. Another person.
Yeah, and I think we need to start mobilizing. Like, start actually doing things. Like,
so
stop
do you
with the
think
hashtag culture,
protests and that? Do you think that is enough to start anything?
I mean, like, it has to start with that. It has to start with an outcry. It has to start with
the protests that have gone by that we've seen over the summer. We've seen a lot last year. A little bit earlier this year, especially with the elections, Donald Trump being president-elect. Do you think these protests are actually doing anything besides causing riots? And a lot of people and some people who do participate in these protests, you know, they do use this as an opportunity to just kind of cause problems.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't know, like, I don't know,
So even
honestly,
though there is a good intention, sometimes it
does more harm than good.
It goes down south, yeah.
I don't know, like, I mean, like, in the beginning when I first got, like, woke, I would love going to protests because I love the solidarity aspect.
Yeah.
But then, like, after a while, it just got to a point where it's just like, I'm just angry now. Like, going there, I'm angry, and I'm not leaving with anything other than my anger. And of course, this hope that I pray that things get better. But, like, we go to protests and we come home and everything is exactly the same. So I think maybe with protests, we need to start mobilizing against with action. Like, what next? So after going to the protests, what are we doing after this? And I think that just comes back to, like, how we, like, approach every type of aspect of life, okay? Like, you're putting in work. I mean, you're addressing an issue. You're stating that there's a problem, but what are you doing
afterwards
after stating
change
that there's this
situation?
problem? Like, what are you doing to change it? And that's what Raven-Symoné said. Raven-Symoné's like, yeah, like, I'm all for, and I guess maybe, like, you never know. Like, you always combat, like, situations half in, half out, judging between what you've heard from the person and, like, that you don't know. So, like, I know this, but what don't I know? And you judge it in, like, a half kind of way. So maybe, yeah, she does come out and say and says a lot of these, like, really sketchy things. But for her, maybe it's just not, her solidarity isn't in the protests. Her solidarity is just in like, action. Actually doing things. And you never know what she does behind the scenes, what she does contribute to financially, because she does have a lot of buying power and buying influence. So you never know if that's where she I
mean, growing up, she had the That's So Raven show, right?
Yeah.
And then she had her little things after that. So
yeah. To me, honestly, Raven-Symoné was like the black person. She was my black role model. I swear to God, like, I loved her.
Confident she was. She could sing. She could act. She could dance.
She could do everything.
You know, she was
just so she was so confident about herself. And, you know, like, I think that's something that translates. I feel like a lot of these, like, that played a lot on my role in terms of, like, who I wanted to be,
like, growing up,
and taking on leadership roles in terms of myself. Like, I think that's where a lot of my, like, leadership qualities stemmed from, especially her, because, like, I saw her. She could do everything.
Yeah.
The only thing I couldn't do
because she wanted
read minds.
Is what?
Read minds. Where that flashback thing that she does.
Yeah, she got her visions.
I know, but, like, she was just like wonderful in terms of, like, she was
a really good role model for kids,
for black kids too. She was like she was the definition of black girl magic in, like,
seriously,
the 2000s. Like, she was awesome. And I guess, like, it kind of just shook me. Like, I as soon as she said that whole, I'm from every continent except Africa, as soon as she said that, like, I texted my cousin that I grew up watching this, and I'm like, bruh, did you hear did you hear what Raven-Symoné said? Like, is she okay? Did Disney, is, like, being out of Disney, is there, like, some sort of, like,
I feel like, I don't know. With black celebrities, they have to choose whether they want to have that voice
or not,
or whether they just want to have that economic success. Like, I feel like for a long time, a lot of people were like, Beyonce's not even black, Beyonce's white, because she just chose the black issues until very recently.
And, like, I think I think people need to, like, step out of it and realize that even in our day-to-day lives and our day-to-day interactions, we sometimes choose what we want to show our blackness and what we don't want to. And for her, it was even more of a big deal because she's such a big star, musician, a big celebrity, and she just chose power. Exactly like we do. Like, sometimes when you're just, like, omitting certain aspects of yourself just to make you more successful at what you do. And I'm not saying that's okay.
I feel like it was smart. It was a smart move for her part, like, because for, like, how many years was she able to just kind of be successful? Like, she was just a singer. She wasn't
a black singer.
She was just a singer. She was successful. She was able to make money. She was able to, like, build her platform. And now that she's established everything, she's coming out with all like,
okay, ladies, now let's get information. So now she can say things like that, and she has even more influence than if she was just out of Dangerously in Love or like Soldier and started saying Black Lives Matter.
If she did that back then, she wouldn't have been the star she is
everything
today.
just comes back to politics and timing your stance and timing your reactions and being very mindful of when it's okay to say things and when you should just be
when to choose, when to pick your battles.
Exactly. And I think that's what she did. Like, there's a lot of things about Beyonce I'm not very supportive of, but
I think for her that was definitely, I think she knew what she was doing. She was trying to build that. You see, look, I got Queen Bee.
Yeah.
Motivation!
She just picked her battles, I guess.
And I think she fought them very well.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it just goes, like, politics, like, in terms of activism is very, it's not static, like, being an activist, their own stance on what activism means, and, like, I think we just need to respect the fact that everyone has that freedom of choice and has that opportunity to choose what type of activism or what type of activist that they want to be, and there isn't this, like,